Tonight, the state of Florida investigating Florida Atlantic University for anti-Christian behavior. As we reported earlier this week, student Ryan Rotella tossed out of a communications class when he refused to stomp on a piece of paper containing the name Jesus. That academic exercise was ordered by Dr. DeAndre Poole, a Democratic activist who the university hired to teach the communications class. After our initial reporting, the university apologized.
On behalf of all of us here at FAU, we are deeply sorry for any hurt that this incident might have caused our students, people in the community, and beyond. As an institution of higher education, we embrace academic freedom. But with that comes a level of responsibility which we did not uphold. It was insensitive and hurtful, and we are truly sorry.
Well, I thought that was a good statement. But despite that, Florida Governor Rick Scott launching an investigation. Joining us now from Washington, Republican Kate Obenshain, as well as Democrat and Fox News analyst Kirsten Powers. And you say, Powers?
Well, I agree. That was a good statement. The only thing I would add to it is that this was just stupid. And it's a really bad advertisement, unfortunately, for liberalism. I consider myself a liberal. I don't think this is the type of behavior most liberals would endorse. It wasn't just insensitive, it was intolerant.
Right.
And, you know, we can just do a quick thought experiment and say, would the professor ever say, write Mohammed on a piece of paper and jump on it? And we know the answer is no.
Okay.
So, you know,
well,
this was...
Be that as it may, whether it's stupid or Dr. Poole is genius and we just all don't understand his intellect. What bothers me about this, Powers, is that they hired a Democratic activist, a person currently working in the Democratic Party. Now, we've investigated the school. They don't have any Republican activists on the staff. Mm-hmm. He shouldn't be in the classroom, in a communications classroom. If he wants to retire from the Democratic political machine, then fine. But not while you're working there. Do you see that as a problem, Powers?
Not in itself if it's disclosed. I don't think because someone has political views they can't be a professor.
Even if they're working, actively working as the vice chair of the Democratic Party in the county that the school is in? Come on.
No. No, I mean, if it's like an adjunct professor, I don't know exactly what the status of this professor was.
Well, then you have to balance, and there wasn't any balance.
That's fair.
Well, there's no balance.
No, there should be balance.
Well, there is. All right.
Yeah.
Now, how do you see this, Kate?
Well, I think the problem is more institutional-wide in our colleges and universities, in that this sort of liberal activism in the classroom is protected by the university structure. It's protected by these absurd campus speech codes and diversity policies where you can't say anything that would slightly offend somebody, which is ironic given what happened to this Ryan, who was deeply offended. But professors can do or say whatever they want, but if students step outside the leftist orthodoxy, even slightly, they're subject to these sensitivity training classes, to being kicked out of classes, to even being expelled. That's sort of the lockdown of intellectual diversity and the free and open exchange of ideas, the whole point of our university system. And then we're seeing what happens, the chilling effect that's happening on public discourse in general, where you can't see anything hurtful or offensive. So there's no conversation anymore. It's just
well, you can't say anything hurtful or offensive on the right. You certainly can on the left. I mean, you can call Christians bigots. You can say if you don't believe global warming, you're a troglodyte. Right. Troglodyte, another word of the day, Powers. You can do all that, and the left-wing orthodoxy will shepherd and protect you. But if you go out and challenge that, then you're in trouble. We have established through surveys and everything else that at the nation's university systems, it is heavily weighted toward Democrats and liberals on the faculty. Do you see that as a troubling situation, Powers?
Well, I see the results of that. In itself, I think a liberal can be a great professor. My parents were professors and they were liberal. But it is a problem what Kate is talking about. I agree with that.
No, but the numbers are so overwhelmingly left. Is that a problem? Because you're not getting, if you're a college student at many of the major universities, you're not getting any balance in the presentation. It's almost indoctrination just on sheer numbers.
No, I just disagree that someone who's liberal or conservative necessarily indoctrinates.
Did you go to college? Did you go? I mean, I went to a working class school, and I had those loons all day long.
No, I said that it's a problem in our universities, but I don't know that I don't think just in itself a person who is liberal
okay, but
or
I'm
is
talking
conservative
about the
is going to
overall problem.
indoctrinate.
Do you see it as a
Yes.
problem, Kate?
Yeah, it's absolutely part of the problem. The problem are the liberal course offerings, the liberal professors, the liberal administrators. They bring in only leftist speakers to speak on college campuses. It's epidemic. You've got at Stanford, they're getting rid of their class on capitalism despite the incredible student demand. University of Chicago, 100 professors there didn't want a Milton Friedman Institute because it was too conservative, despite all the gender studies and all the other things that they offer at the school. So it is systematic within our university, and it's extremely troubling because of what is happening, that we're churning out these kids who know not how to think, but they're taught what to think.
And 60% of them under the age of 30 voted for the Democratic Party in the recent presidential election, which shows you the indoctrination is working. Yeah. Ladies, thanks very much.